Hi Pisces, I hope you guys are doing great today. This is going to be a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the first 2 weeks of December, with this particular focus on the full moon in Gemini starting this new cycle on December 12th. A couple of transits happening before that. I don't want to spend a lot of time on. December 2nd, we have Jupiter entering Capricorn. This is a really beautiful energy too, if we approach it with integrity and a morally mature approach with flexibility. Let's not be too self-serving in this energy. This kind of goes for everybody. Definitely like not a good time to be self-serving. And then on the 9th, we have Mercury ingressing or entering into Sagittarius. And this is all about fairness, guys. This is fairness, yeah. A lot of karmic retribution is going to be happening right now throughout a lot of the signs. This is just, it's the time that we're in right now. It's what the energies indicate. But this full moon is a time of culmination. And the new moon wish is coming to fruition. So it's an emotional time, romance, fertilization, like, things really being birthed and born, and relationships. There's a definitive sense of emotions bursting to the top for everyone. It's time to express ourselves. It really is. Because we have this relationship going on between, think about Gemini is all about thinking very logically, right? Think about Mercury. And then Sagittarius is all about thinking very expansively, right? So this dynamic between the two of them, first of all, is going to be a really cool light energy around, guys, during the holidays. There's going to be fun in the air, right? But on an internal level, we're just going to be feeling this logical mind working with this greater quest for meaning and experiences beyond what we have right now. And it's about, what does that mean for all of us? So we're going to have this bubbling up of energy, and it's, again, we do need to express ourselves. Just know that not everything is going to make absolute perfect sense right now, guys. That's what you just need to go into this time, just knowing. Let me cut again to pull for your Sacred Rebel Oracle. Let's see what we have that comes out for you. Beautiful. Restore and replenish. Yeah, you guys need some R&R, Pisces. Some R&R, And this makes sense. Listen, by the way, the reason you're one of the first signs that I'm doing for this reading is because those of us who have mutable signs in our charts, that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, anywhere from 16 to 24 degrees in those mutable signs, anywhere in your chart, okay? You guys are going to be feeling it the most. Most specifically, though, those of you who have this in your personal planet. So personal planets would be Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We even throw in there as a personal planet, right? So it's 16 to 24 degrees. And you want to think about this energy, because I'm thinking this is why you might need a lot of you guys are working very, very hard right now. And I'm going to say internally and externally. A lot of you guys externally working a lot these days. The archetype of Pisces is anyway. But here is the thing is here with this full moon, while the full moon is square Neptune, right? There's this card where Mars is forming a trine with Neptune. So it's really creative, visionary, very intuitive energy, which is awesome, right? But then we have Venus that's stuck in between Saturn and Pluto. And Saturn, for those of you who don't know, we call him the father of the skies, the great taskmaster. And Pluto's deep, right? But Pluto's about releasing core truths, like really deep, deep truths, right? So Venus is kind of like feeling trapped in there, right? So she's being pushed by Saturn to look at these core truths, right? No longer serving her so that she can level up. And we're all going to be feeling it, but especially those with mutable signs. So that's where I say a lot of you guys may be very busy internally as well. And what this tells me is you really need to take a day or two out. You can go back to your normal routine once you just rest and collect yourself a little bit. This is you not giving yourself enough credit for everything that you've done so far. So this is confirmation, though, to Pisces, that you are in an important transitional phase between one level of experience and the next. And if some of you have felt like you're treading water or in some sort of purgatory state somewhere between your old life and your new life, then this particularly applies to you. And if you can't quite break into the level that you're reaching for, please don't give up. Seriously, like have faith, because you're just taking, it's like taking a breather between races. Soon you'll have the power and the energy that you need to actually reach and go after in a very practical way that next level and succeed. For those of you who've been considering a new endeavor, or maybe you've recently started one, this energy brings a message of encouragement that you're taking really good steps forward. You might be worried that you might be taking on too much, might feel a little overwhelmed. If you're feeling that, this just encourages you to take a time out to rest and just rebalance yourself, but you are supported, and you need for new and different experiences to refresh your spirit. Absolutely. That's the Sagittarius playing in here. So you may even let go of some of these things that you're setting up right now. Some of these endeavors that you have going on eventually, but right now they're useful to you. So just trust yourself that you know what you're doing, that you're working consciously to meet your own needs, everything. This is all just really, really healthy and good. Now, for some of you who feel like your health has been challenged, you're going to be feeling better. You will. You need a minute. You need to rest, okay? If you've been working on healing your body, mind, soul, this energy comes with the assurance that what you're doing is working and is bringing you benefit, even if you are yet to experience the full extent of those benefits. Just keep going, keep at it, and you are definitely healing. You're going in a very, very nice direction there. So Pisces is needing a little rest right now, I get, with the beginning of December. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's such a busy time anyway, right? On a practical level, if you think about it, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, for those of you who celebrate these, or any, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. It's just like such a busy season, right? That those few weeks in between it all. Fun though, really fun energy. Sagittarius and Geminis are like neighbors that sometimes don't like each other, across the street neighbors, but they're liking each other. They're commingling right during the season, so it's all really good. So let's pull Celtic cross spread for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for these first 2 weeks of December, specifically keeping a focus on this full moon in Gemini, this new cycle. What energy does Pisces need to understand? Okay, so we're starting out with the foundation. So, Nine of Swords is about anxiety, the kind that seeps into our head throughout the day and even in the evening, trying to rest, and into our brain at 3 a.m. It's the worrying about everything kind of thing. It could be worrying about, typically, this energy is worrying about situations that are happening internally, having to do with personal issues, relationships, things like that. But at the same time, you could be worrying about the pragmatics of life, like, money, and I'm not going to have time to do this, and then I have to do that, and and just trying to figure out how to fit it all in and how to find time for yourself, So, but in the reverse, this tells me that is like some hope in sight. The worst part is over, really. It's like you're on the upward tick of the cycle, which is good. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's crossing you. Is the Seven of Wands. So you guys are in a space, have been in a space, or in a space right now where you feel like you have to defend yourself. You have to defend your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your rationale, the way you perceive something. Some of you may be in a space of needing to explain yourself. But it's like in a way that's annoying, Pisces. Even if you recognize that you did something wrong, it's like something you just don't want to have to deal with right now. But it's this idea of needing to defend yourself, yeah. And then crowning is the Three of Cups reverse. So this tells me that some of you are either doing this or needing to deal with this in another person, and that would be very irresponsible, kind of flirting, not acting on the up and up, not acting very moral when they're out in social situations. This could be you, this could be someone else, where you are, maybe, Pisces, this is going to speak to some of you guys, obviously. This is a general message. It's not going to apply to everyone the same, so I give different situations. So for some of you, this could be you experiencing this with a partner, or someone that you would like to have as a partner, or somebody maybe who you recently broke up with, who is acting pretty shady with other people, and this is like the irresponsible partying card, right, in a nutshell. This could also certainly be you. Now, if it has to do with a relationship, this with a career rather, the anxiety could be about a career, and you're just feeling the need to defend your stance in your job, and something that went down with your job, but you recognizing that there's some shady behavior going on with somebody at your place of employment, and it's not sitting right with you. But anyway, it's this idea of, because the Three of Cups upright is about celebration, and it's about celebrating being together, and it's like this unifying energy. And I'm getting that at least one area of your life, you're dealing with this lack of unification, right? Could be, personal relationship, could be work. Foundational energy is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, Pisces, is about building. I mean, I like this as a foundation. It's really pretty good. This is about a new cycle of creating in your life. So you're entering a new time where you're saving and you're connecting with people. Maybe you're doing some networking, but you're getting your ducks in a row for this next cycle, right? So, I mean, that's an awesome foundational energy. Now, in your past, you're dealing with the Emperor reverse. Pisces. This could be you. This could be someone you're dealing with. It is typically, I almost hate to say it, right? But whatever. It's the N word, everybody like throws the narcissist around. I did say last time, I'm going to make a video with the 10 the 10 different personality disorders that there are, because there are so many of them with the dark triad that are the same. And I really hate to label, so who really cares? But this is somebody who is acting in that way, where irresponsible, disrespectful, not empathetic, gaslighting, deflecting, feeling justified to do what they're doing. Not the kind of person we want to really hang out with. This is in your recent past. So this could have been maybe a binge that you went on, Pisces, where you were just like the hell with everything and you were just like romping it around. Could be. Lots of people go through periods of like that in their life. Don't beat yourself up if that was you. Or some of you may have had to deal with this in a partner, where you really wanted to trust them and then you started finding stuff out that they were not being faithful to you. I don't know if they weren't doing it physically, they were at least doing it mentally. Maybe they were just not being on the up and up with money. They weren't being on the up and up with, or they would. A lot of them were just lying to lie, which is always a good one. Like that comes through with this energy. People who just seriously they're pathological liars, and you have to deal with that. Yeah. Okay, and in your near future, we have the Ace of Cups reverse. So I get that you really want to have this new beginning in your life, having to do with something that's in your heart space. So that really can have to do with a relationship, a really good friendship, a job, anything that speaks to your heart space. But there's a lack of willingness here. Because, the Ace of Cups in the upright is just about a beautiful new beginning. And this is just like protecting yourself at all costs. You're in a place to protect. You feel the need to protect yourself. I mean, we were between the Seven of Wands and this. You're in this deep state of defense. And something happened that really flipped the switch in you, Pisces, that really is seriously preventing you from being able to open up and trust the situation, trust the person. Even if they're telling you the God's honest truth, you're just not going to believe anything. You're not going to believe anything. And the thing is here too, guys, I mean, like I was saying about these emotions bustling up to the top and us having to get these things out. We have to express ourselves, right? Not everything's going to make sense or seem completely rational. And we might actually think that things are actually one way when they're not, So it's just something to keep in mind that I wanted to add in there. So let's pull these last 4 cards. We have representing you right now, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so you're just not sure where you're going. The external influence is the Knight of Wands reverse. Your fear is the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Oh, there's just this, I have such a strong, but look at your outcome. I have such a strong feeling like you just don't trust, Pisces. Pisces, you're not trusting a person or a situation. It's like you're not willing to even entertain what the next steps are going to be with the Four of Swords reversed, because you feel like there's deceit on the other side of it. So when you think about starting this next phase with this person, and when you think about starting this new job, or just even continuing in this job, right? Maybe even, maybe in a little bit of a new way, you just feel this inherent reverse sword energy. Something is not right about it, and it's not making you feel like you can trust it to move forward. I mean, in the Knight of Wands energy, to have this as an external energy, this is about, somebody who's creating roadblocks in your life. Someone who's preventing you from being able to manifest in the way that you want. There's manipulation here, and there's delay. And I'm getting that this person's manipulation is putting cement shoes on you from being able to move forward in the way that you really would like to. And it's very confusing for you, because I do feel like you want to be with this person really. Otherwise, it wouldn't bother you so much. Or you really want to be at this job. You really want to work the situation out with a family member or your friend. But there is something about them that is very manipulative, that you don't trust. You just inherently don't trust it, and it is blocking you. We have the Seven of Cups here in your fear position, and this is just you being afraid of not knowing all the information, because and I always say this, but Seven of Cups, people say like it's 100% negative. I just simply don't agree with that, because 5 of the 7 cups are entirely positive. Entirely positive. We have wisdom, higher consciousness, the ultimate utopia. We have resources. We have all this. It's just 2 cups. We really don't know what the dealio is with them exactly, right? So it's just really about not having enough information. Oops, I'm sorry, little guy. I got my Christmas stuff out. Yeah, you just feeling like you don't have all the information. Yeah, you definitely feeling like something very shady happened. But now we got to pull some cards, because how does this beautiful Ace of Pentacles happen? Now, check this out. For sure, if you guys are watching this with a career on your heart, having to do with work, you're getting a new job. You're getting a new job. That's also a new relationship. But I feel like this is like jumping across the river. Like, what the hell happened in between the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles? Give me some information about what happened between the Knight of Wands reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit, please give me some information for Pisces. What's going on between this Knight of Wands? What's going to be happening between this Knight of Wands? That guy wanted to come out. Ooh, the World. You like that? Okay. The World and the Sun. Pisces. It's the 2 most favorite. Positive. I meant. Cards in the deck. All right. So now that we know you're going to end up with all kinds of fabulous, that still doesn't tell me what happened. 2 of the most positive cards, the World and the Sun. That is just about, honestly, we could get all ethereal and all like new agey and all of this. It means you're on the right path. It means your money's going to be popping. It means you're going to be in a situation with somebody where you're going to feel well connected. You're going to feel like they get you. They're going to know, just like they're going to get you, But let's figure this out. What is happening between this Knight of Wands and all of this delicious outcome energy? What happened? Page of Cups, new beginning. Somebody came in offering you their cup. 10 of Cups reversed. Still very positive. Hold on a second. 9 of Wands. All right, I'm getting it. I'm getting the story here, Pisces. 8 of Swords reverse. 5 of Swords reverse. All right. This is the whole thing right here. So, very specific message. This is only going to pertain to Pisces, where I'm going to read this as relationship, and then I'm going to read it as career. Okay. Relationship, Pisces. Something happened with this person. I feel like there was a misunderstanding here. You guys finally had the communication. You did not trust this person, but you know what? I don't think this person trusted you either. You guys said this, but I feel like either you called somebody or they called you, and you guys sat down and figured out that there were still feelings there and you really wanted to work through stuff, but there was still stuff to work through. Five of Swords reverse is about truths coming out, about anything that you were suspecting there to be a lie is going to be thrown down on the floor. Everything is going to be looked at. This is not a comfortable energy. It's entirely necessary, though. It's very, very necessary. And when this happens, the Eight of Swords reverses itself, which I really like this, because this is about you coming out of self-imprisonment. This is about you experienced the hardest part of it. It was very, very extreme, where you really you felt very blocked. Very blocked. You were you were getting up and you were getting washed every day and you were eating breakfast and you were doing your thing, but you were feeling very blocked in your life. There was this inability to move forward. It's entirely necessary to have this conversation, because remember, swords are words, and swords upright are truth, and swords reverse are non-truths, untruths, right? So really, everything's getting discussed here, and you're able to have this new beginning with the person. Ten of Cups is still incredibly positive, but it just means a delay because of something external to the two of you. So this could be because of a job. This could be because, like, let's say you have to just work such crazy hours and you just don't have the time to dedicate any sort of like rebuilding time into the relationship for now, just for like right now. For others of you, this could be something going on within the family, something to do with the friends, your friends, where you're just not able to kind of get it together just yet. This only means delay. It's still completely positive, guys. And if you're patient and you work it, this is going to end up coming up, right? And it's gonna, right? I mean, we know it's going to, because you have the world and the sun. So, and you have a new beginning. So yeah, I mean, that's 100%. But I always say that anyway. You guys know, I really think there's value in reversals, and we have free will. We can flip them up. Right? Then we have the Nine of Wands. This is about recognizing I've been through so much with this person, and this is why I don't think this is somebody new, Pisces, which is why I'm giving this interpretation this way. The Ten of Cups energy comes over time. One cup up in the rainbow over time. So this is not like a new kind of energy. And the same thing with the Nine of Swords is like, Jesus, I've been through hell and back with this person. But you know what? I still have some juice left in me for them. After everything, I still have some juice left in me. And there's a willingness there, obviously, Nine of Wands. There's a lot of will. There's emotion here. Yeah, and the truth is coming out. So I feel like you're going to be in a period, you're in it now, or you're going to be leading into this period where you really honestly believe that things are one way and you cannot trust this person or the situation. But I'm getting that you do not understand the full truth. There's something about it that you are misinterpreting. And when everything gets thrown down on the floor and everybody looks at everything and communication happens in a healthier way, and you have a clear mind to actually hear and process everything. So I feel like a lot of you're just really tired, mentally, physically, emotionally. You're just really tired, and you're very weighed down. I feel like you need a minute to rest. You guys have to have this conversation, and this is entirely positive. It's really beautiful at the end. I mean, it just is. This absolutely could have to do with work as well, guys. Listen, misunderstandings happen every day in the workplace. Every day. I just feel like it could just be somebody who you honestly really didn't trust the ground they walked on. You believe that they did not have your best interest at heart. But I'm getting from this that there was something shady going on with them, but it really didn't have to do with what you thought. It was actually something entirely different that they were actually dealing with. So, please, over here. Now, for those Pisces who are in relationship, I'm going to pull two spreads with the love oracles. One is going to be if you're in a weird or no contact position, but that person is still in your energy field. I'm going to pull that first. And then I'm going to pull if you're happily committed, right? Because we have many, 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 many people. And I know many Pisces are in absolutely beautiful relationships. So, let's see what comes out, okay? Let me just do a shuffle. So I'm going to pull like one crowning and then two lateral, and then we could pull some qualifiers, okay? Camera. Girl talk. Separation. All right, so, I mean, this is for you guys who are in separation. Those of you who are in no contact right now are in a weird space. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. Oh, Pisces. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past. Make memories. Girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Okay, so what I'm getting here, Pisces, is that some of you are in separation. You guys are making the best of it. You're having a good time. You're moving on. This, by the way, girl talk is not gender specific, right? It's time with friends. Moving on. Happily single. But I feel like happily single because you're just really hurt. Living in the moment, trying to have a good time, really trying to have a good time, and really making the best of the situation. But Pisces, I'm sorry, you're absolutely missing someone. You're thinking about them. You're unsure of your future. There's a yearning for them. You're reminiscing about the good times from the past, when you guys were together, when you were making memories. There's a level of learning from all of this, absolutely. Yeah, but you're making the best of it. You're making the best of it right now. You're making the best of it. Any information that Pisces needs to know about how things will roll out with this situation. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. So you're not going to have attainment living in the way that you're living right now. I mean, being in separation is not going to bring you your wish. Nine of Pentacles is wish fulfillment. The reverse, that your wishes are not coming true with the situation the way it is right now. Yeah, but you're very protected. You're hugging. You're really protecting your heart big time. And that's probably why, you're happily single. You're having fun. You're trying to... Your heart's broken. I mean, there's sadness here. There's sadness. Of course. Sadness, man. Sad disappointment. Five of Cups is about... There's sadness, but you're really tapping into those two cups that are still standing. You're in the reverse. That says, you know what? I might have lost a lot, but I didn't lose anything. I still have two cups of love. I'm very lovable, and I'm going to go out with my friends, and I'm just going to make the most of this. I'm going to, just move on with my life. Just moving on with my life. Look at all these reverses. And Page of Wands, yeah, in reverse. So, I feel like, in this situation, there was some sort of... issue in the bedroom, for sure, because that's the Page of Wands reverse, indicates some sort of issue with sex between the two of you, or this could be, you fearing that they're a little too obsessed with sex, or them thinking this about you, but something having to do with sex, I do get. Then we have the Sun reverse, so yeah, you guys are going to be working through stuff, and you're going to find yourself back together, because the Sun reverses. I'll be right there. It's just going to be a minute. It's just a slight delay, from getting from like A to B. That's all there is. So I feel like for those of you who are in no contact, that's not going to be lasting. It's not going to be lasting. You're busying your mind right now, which I guess is the right thing to do, right? For sure, absolutely. But you guys are getting back together. You're getting back together, and you're going to talk things out and work things out. Let's pull a couple of oracles for those who are happily united. Mirroring each other. Lightning, okay. Stabbed in the back. Pisces. Okay, so we have mirroring each other, self-image, relationships. Reflect our wounds, introspection. So you guys are in a space of really thinking. I don't know, Pisces, those of you who are together, united, and you guys are solid, I do feel like there's some sort of something painful that happened within your relationship that really created some pain, and you were very taken by surprise with it. There's this sudden changes, two sudden cards, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, transformation. I'm not made at the transformation because they think that happens all the time in relationships. So I think these are actually good. Just communicate, Pisces. That's it. Communicate.